rise of the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you want to be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Good morning, showmates. Happy Friday. And thank you for joining me on the 22nd edition of Foxie A.M. It's just little old me, Foxy, this morning. Miss Dee still recovering. She hasn't been feeling the best. So thank you so much, Miss Dee for joining me on the hot mess last evening, even though you weren't feeling good. And hope you start feeling better fast. But yes, good morning, guys. Thank you for joining me for coffee this morning. We're going to go for coffee today. I hope you all are doing fantastic this morning. I've been up for quite a while, but I'm still not awake. Even the fishies are still sleeping amongst me, so I'm the first one awake here. Let's see who I have in chat so far. First, and I see Uncle Smiley's Aquariums. Happy Friday. Good morning to you, sir. Says, good morning. I hope you have a great live stream. I will have to catch the replay as I have a follow-up doctor's visit this morning. Yesterday was first chemo. Yuck. I'm so sorry. I know the first round, well, none of them are easy, but the first one is extra hard. I hope it's a little easier for you, Uncle Smiley. I hope your doctor's appointment goes well. And we are here with you through this, sir. So never feel that you're alone. And we have Fijon Tank Dix. Good morning, sir. Happy Friday to you and yours. Hope you and the family are doing well this morning. Korean Fantasy. Good morning, Henry. Says, good morning, everybody. Dick Sign says, Uncle Smiley's prayers for the treatments to work well for you. Love and hugs from us in Idaho. Yes. Yes. Prayers up for you. And Dick Sign says, okay, be right back. Got to get ready for the stream. So many battles we all must face. Exactly. I always need to be reminded I am not the only one facing them. I read your needs and from Fish Fan Boxing that helped me. Yes, we all have our own stuff. For instance, I think you're talking about the when the Fish Fam was raising money for me to get a new medical bed because the last one broke. That has been a godsend, honestly, from the Fish Fam. That has helped my mobility and my sleep and just everything. It has helped so much compared to the last bed, which was literally just like a hard metal frame with a thin, like, foam mattress type bed, and one of the motors went out in it, so only one side of it would lift anymore. So the Fish Fam pitched in, and I was able to get one of it's like a medical bed, but it's a normal bed, normal mattress, but it still does the functions. And that thing is so much more comfortable. And it really has helped alleviate a lot of pain, which encourages me to move more, because if I hurt less, I want to move more. And along with having better mobility from that, I've gone from a wheelchair to a walker to a rollator I'm nervous about using the cane, but I'm pretty much there to just about to a cane now. And along with that, I think I've lost a total of weighing yesterday. I was down 137 pounds. So I've gained a lot of weight through all this crap, and I'm starting to lose it as well with gaining the mobility. So yes, we all have our different struggles, and we also have our blessings through them. So I'm so very grateful for my fish fam for that. So oh my goodness, Jenna P, good morning. She says I'll be watching on mute. Well, good morning, Jenna. Hi. See Nano Aquarium Guy, good morning. He says, hello, everyone. Happy Friday to you, sir. Dijon Tank Dix at the heart. We got Benji in this morning. Good morning, Benji. Happy Friday to you. I saw that you caught the replay last evening. Thank you so very much for that. Dennis Christensen says, hello, hello, all you fishing friends. Good morning, Dennis. Thank you for joining us. Happy Friday to you. And to Kara, she says, good morning, all. I still need to get coffee, so don't talk to her yet, is what that means. No direct eye contact with Kara yet. Fijan says, I'm drinking from the Father Fish mug I found. Nice, nice. So was that the one you used to have in your aquarium? I think the one that we had, I think ours is on the shelf in the other room. We have quite a mug collection, but there's still a few missing. Still a few more we have to collect. Red Laser, good morning, says greetings. Blanket, hello, listening from the car. Well, thank you for tuning in. Happy Friday and safe travels to you, sir. Let's see. Shady Grady, good morning, sir. Happy Friday. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Well, I hope. Well, I hope. So last night, the Hot Mess Express was amazing for week 2 of Fishmas in July. We had 6 total winners. One of the gifts did go unclaimed, so they'll go back into the pile for one of these upcoming 2 weeks that we still have available. If any of the winners are listening, I have not emailed you guys yet. I will be emailing you this morning right after the stream, after the Hot Mess Express Fishmas in July live streams. Usually my brain is fried, as you saw. I was already mixing up my words so bad towards the end of the stream, so I wait until the next morning to start sending out emails to the winners. So if you guys have emailed me, please be patient. I'll be getting back to you guys right after the stream is over. But oh my goodness, so many great gifts, so many awesome donators. Thank you guys so very much for making Fishmas in July possible. It's amazing, all the support from the community for this. I just greatly appreciate all of you guys. Master Aquatics, I always want to call you Master Eduardo. Good morning. He says, good morning, Roxy. I was wondering, is it possible to do a fundraiser to send a few fishy freaks to Pluto? Or maybe even Uranus? Is it closer? Awaiting your honest reply. Thanks. I mean, you could do a fundraiser if you wanted to send some fishy freaks to Pluto, but that would be a very big expense. And I honestly think those funds could probably be better used elsewhere. But I mean, if there's someone you really want to get off the planet, Eduardo, go for it. Oh, I love that. Oh my goodness. Henry says, I don't even remember if I won anything last time. Let's see. The winners last evening, I have to write them down because I won't remember, was Jeff Kane, Mystery Snail Guardians, who gifted it to Zen Ginger, Darlene's Tanks, Jack's and Animals and Aquatics. I was trying to think of what he changed his name to because I only wrote down Jack's. Uncle Smiley, Jen Yu, and number 7 went unclaimed, so that'll be going back into the pile, which was the plant package from David's Aquatics. So, oh goodness, yes. I think that was the first gift ever to go unclaimed. Usually we were just going to throw it back into the pile, but I figured since everyone's on the wheel and it only takes 1 more minute to spin it, we spun it 1 more time, and that also went unclaimed. So yes, we'll be putting that back in the pile. But yeah, that was the first time ever for Fishmas in July that happened. So that was you get that honor of distinction, Scuba Steve-O. Oh my goodness. Wendy, good morning. Says hi. How are you this morning, Wendy? Well, I hope. Dean Stevenson, good morning. Happy Friday to you, sir. Hope you're starting your day off well. What do you guys have going on today for your Fishy Fridays and going into the weekend? For us, it's more planning. We have the Wisconsin Fish Fan Barbecue coming up in just a few short weeks, so that's August 3rd. And if you guys are wanting to come to that, the cutoff for that is July 13th. Today is the 12th. So tomorrow's the last day to fill out the Google form, which you can find that in the description of this live stream. It's in the description of the live stream video. Fill that out by tomorrow, please, if you want to attend. And that way we can start planning and setting it all up. This will be our first time that we'll be doing this, like if it was Wisconsin Fish Fan Barbecue, going forward, we'll be doing this every other year. I think every year will be a little taxing, and that way, the years that we're skipping is the years that the Catfish Cataclysm is going to be going on, so we can attend that to be vendors. So yeah, this will be our first one. Of course, there's going to be some hiccups and bumps, but this is how we learn, so we can do the next one in 2026. So it's nothing big. It's just going to be a hangout, fish fam in the area. Although Kenny E is flying in, so very excited about that. I'm not sure if Ricky DeFolio, DeFoyos is still flying out or not. I have to chat with him, but he might not be able to. But there's so many awesome people coming up, and I can't wait to have all our fishy friends here with us to hang out, check out the compound, and celebrate my birthday with me. So very excited. Eduardo says, Roxy, yes, I was a tad late, but I did see the replay. And funny how several of the winners' names started with a J. It was like a J winning streak. I know, I noticed that too. And I did try to spread out all the donators' gifts evenly, but Eduardo, 2 of your gifts just ended up on one stream on one. And I'm sorry about that, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. And we can always use as much Eduardo as possible. You make a lot of days brighter, Eduardo. And Wendy says, I'm setting up a new 55, got everything in place, got the gravel in, and the water will be changed again later today. Nice, nice. What do you want to put into your 55, Wendy? Big Sign says, check water parameters and do water changes accordingly. And I want to do a video on the antique tank to glean from the fish fam knowledge. Yes, I love your old tank, your 55. I'm glad that you got that resealed, set up, running. It looks so good. Good morning, Fish Nerd. Happy Friday to you. I think I missed you coming in earlier. Let's see. Yes, I think I did. And he said, I will celebrate remotely that day. Yes, I'm so sorry you're not able to make it. But you are more than welcome to video call in on your break from work if you can. And hang out with us that way. We can put you up on the big screen. That would be pretty cool. So we don't have anything crazy planned for the barbecue. We're still deciding on what foods are going to be made. I know a lot of people are bringing some side dishes. We're going to have the house open for the tanks to be toured. We'll have the shop open as well for people to hang out in. That'll be a very cool place. You can see where Brian constructs all of his projects. The native pond is there for people to see as well. And oh my goodness, I don't know if Kelly's here this morning, but 2 of the lilies that she gave us last year that we planted in the natural pond, both lilies have 2 flowers at the same time going on that thing. And I did not fertilize it. You know who did? Bluegill poop. They are doing amazing in the ponds. The one lily that didn't bloom at all last year has already had 6 flowers on it this year, and that's crazy. And the one that had 3 flowers on it last year has already had 4 this year so far. So that's pretty darn cool. I'm very excited about that. Wendy says, well, this will be the 7th tank I have set up, and only one of them has fish. I have a bunch of empty tanks. Just haven't been able to afford to get nice fish. I hear that. Definitely hold out for quality stuff because you just struggle, Bus, with the ones from the pet stores or the ones you don't want. They always seem to be the difficult ones. Actually, honestly, the ones you don't want that you get are usually the ones that are prolific and that nobody else wants, like convicts, polar blues, things like that. Oh, goodness, but that's really cool. But yes, hold out for quality stock. And Fisher says that can happen if you wish. Yes, that would be cool. That way you can just you can attend remotely. Ian, good morning. Happy Friday to you and Kat. Hope you guys are doing well. I was actually thinking about Kat the other day because I was researching some fish and a fish with a food name came up, and I was like, I wonder if Kat has that one. But I don't remember the name of the fish, so I know I can't ask you. Oh my goodness, but I hope you guys are doing well. Good morning, Rainer. Happy Friday to you. Hope you're doing well this morning. Juanita says, Foxy, did you see my video of Mr. Ed feeding the baby goats yesterday? No, yesterday I did not see anything. Today is like my catch-up day, my email day. So today's when I'll get to see some of the videos that I missed yesterday. Probably not all of them, but I'll make sure because yours is goats. I'm definitely going to see it. Brian and I have been watching uh, Ghost Town Living. It's a channel on YouTube that's about the abandoned Cerro Gordo mine, all those mines. And he has goats. And he just keeps making me want to call you and be like, okay, I'm ready for a goat, but we're not. We got to build the structure first. But we're definitely, when we can, we're going to get us a Juanita goat. Oh, goodness. Mr. Fishbert, Rob, good morning. Happy Friday to you. Hope you're doing well. Firemouth Island TV. Who could that be? Good morning, Melvin. Happy Friday. Hope you're doing well. And I saw that you've been liking the music videos I've been dropping lately, Melvin. I'm glad you're enjoying them. Exactly. Ooh, which one is it? I wish I could remember, Ian, but it went in this year and then it went up here and I was like, ooh, kind of like it. And then it was gone again. Oh my goodness. Like I have to say it like 3 times for it to stick and I didn't say it 1 time. So I'm sorry I failed her. Eduardo says, Wendy, make a list of the fish you would like to have and maybe something pops in when you least expected. Just saying. Exactly. Yeah. Maybe there's some people out there that are looking to get rid of some of the fish that you're looking to have. He says, at this point, I am a water keeper. Honestly, though, we're all just water keepers that fish live in. The most important part is making sure that the water is healthy. So we tend to be water keepers as well as fish keepers. You're just starting off with the water part first, which is the appropriate way to do it. You don't want to start off with fish and no water. So you're starting off right. Dick's sign says, I have been so blessed in my fish purchasing department and my beautiful shrimp from Foxie and Pleplin. I'm sorry. Grandchildren always get you a little sick, and it's time for coffee. But yes, I'm happy to hear that your shrimpies are doing well. I'm sure that you can see, I'm sure they hide well from the fishies, but those guys are prolific. They're very adjustable, the snowballs and the wilds. The wilds lived a very defensive life, so they should be really good at hiding, and they breed in that tank very well. They were in with the snow white pleco, or not snow white, the super white plecos and the, gosh darn it, we have so many rainbow fish, I don't know which one that is. I'm gonna say it's a rad. I know they're not breeding yet, so they're still growing up in there with the super whites. They seem to like to make the super whites come out. We've noticed that some of the super whites, one of the females is super fat, and one of the males have been dancing for her, and she shows interest, but they just haven't gone into the cave yet. But so very close. So it's looking like they're showing some dancing happiness. So maybe we'll be looking forward to some super white babies here soon. That'd be so very exciting. Excuse me, let me clear my throat real quick. Alrighty. I don't want to cough in your guys' ear. Let's see. Exactly. I like how you spelled that. Exactly. Yes, Eddie. Wendy said, when I turned 45, my wife bought me a pet goat, the kind without horns. It was black and white. So I used to put a leash on it and walk it around the neighborhood. Oh, it's so cute. When anybody asked me what kind of dog it was, I said it was a Royal Great Britain. Oh, I love that so much. Oh, how many people fell for it? I'm sure a few. Oh, there she is, Miss Dee Dee. Good morning. How you feeling today, ma'am? Ma'am. That probably didn't feel good. I hope you're doing well this morning. I know you've been sick all week, but you're slowly starting to feel better, and I hope this morning's even better for you. I'm still losing my voice a little bit, but it fluctuates in and out. Jeff Kane, good morning. Happy Friday to you. Says, morning, listening on the drive to the next service call. Hello, everybody. Yes, very busy season. Are you fixing anyone's furnaces yet? I remember, was it like March? Was it March or May when there was still snow on the ground? He's like, I'm going to start service some ACs. Just got to shovel off the snow first. Early preparation, but it's still all frozen. Wendy said, quote of the day, snowballs in the wild. Well, where do snowballs come from? And what snowballs are we talking about? The ones you form out of snow or the shrimp? Homer says, I got two smaller seahorse males fighting over Big Betty. Oh, my goodness. So what are they like? How do they fight? Do they just like belly bump? Like, what's their fighting ritual? Like, how do they go at it? That's it. Like, I love seahorses, but I've never like researched them enough to know like their behaviors as much. I really, really am into those pygmy seahorses. Oh, they're so cute, the specific one. So if one day, if ever I have room to set up a saltwater tank, I would love to have some pygmy seahorses. And it's saved on my phone, my old phone from 3 phones ago. The fish that I want to keep with them that are compatible with them, but I can't think what they are, but they're tiny and they're blue and they're cute and they're peaceful for seahorses. And that's what I want on a seahorse and that fish tank. But I can't think of what they are at the moment. But that's so very cool. You have seahorses. I'm just a tiny bit jelly. You and Zen. Dee Dee says a little bit better, so that's good to hear. I'm happy that you're feeling at least a little bit better. Onward and upward from here, Miss Dee Dee. Dee Dee said Frosty might get offended. Matt, good morning. Happy Friday to you, sir. Says, how do they go at it? What on earth did I join in on? Oh, you came in at the right time. I want to know how seahorses do the business, how they fight for their mate. Oh, they head bump. So they're like water goats. That's cute. Well, actually, can they actually cause harm to each other that way? Or are they kind of like loaches where they just kind of like bump each other, but they can't really hurt each other? But can they actually do damage to each other? Or is it more like the losing male just goes, it retreats, but there's really no injury except pride? Ian says, no room. I call BS. Okay, there is. There's a wall of tanks there. There's a wall of tanks there. In a few weeks before the barbecue, there'll be 2 more walls of tanks there. These will go up there. There's a wall of tanks on the other side of that wall. There's a wall of tanks that way and a wall of tanks that way. We have the hallway, the kitchen, the bathroom without tanks. We cannot put any tanks in any of those rooms. We do not have any more room unless we build up on this wall, and all that will be fresh. We did get another building that Brian had brought here to the compound. It was like an old well pump house building. He has gutted that, and eventually we'll start building that out to put more tanks in and the greenhouse on the outside around it so we can have fish and ponds outside during the winter. So eventually, when now that's done, I might have a little bit of space in here to do a saltwater tank, but that's still going to be a few years out because that's a lot of work. So yeah, seriously, no room. Like we already got rid of all the furniture. We only got the bed and the kitchen appliances and like the bathroom stuff. So seriously, there is no more room. There is no more room unless I want to get a water bed and fill my water bed with saltwater creatures. And then I don't want to look at me. I feel like if I did that, an urchin would end up in there somehow. That'd be my side of the bed. Oh my goodness, Scotty. Good morning. Happy Friday to you. Says good morning. Catching up on you getting on double time. Oh my goodness, me on double time with those giggles. I'm so sorry. Earmuffs on, listening at work until some dumbass can't find their child. Is that what you do? You go searching for lost and missing children all day, Scotty? Oh my goodness. Jen, you, good morning. Happy Friday. Says, morning, can't stay. I have a work meeting shortly, but hi. Well, I hope your meeting is fast and expedient and you don't have to be there very long. And you can get along with your day. But happy Friday and thank you for joining us, Jen. Melvin says, thank you so very much for the good morning, Roxanne. I love your music videos. You should check out my new dancing shorts on my main channel. I woke up this morning and my shorts got 500 views at that 5 token. So very awesome. Okay. Are you changing your name every day or you have a different channel every day? Because if you do, I need you to link me back to your original channel. I'm trying to keep up with all the Melvins. But I'd love to see that. I would love to see that. Yes, did he see his debut on HME last night? Because that was, oh, I couldn't wait to play that. That made me giggle so hard. Do you mean Mandarin gobies? I don't know. I had to look on the phone because I screenshotted it. And it was a few years ago when I was doing research. And I was like, because I didn't think any fish were really compatible with pygmy seahorses. And the website I was looking at the pygmy seahorses on had these fish and they had them in with the pygmy seahorses and I screenshotted it, but I had to look at the phone because that was like 3 years ago. But it has stuck in my head, but not the name, just what it looks like. And I can't be like, project the fish to you guys. I wish I could. So I'll have to charge that phone and get back to you on that. Jeff says furnaces and boilers to start the day. Oh, good thing it's only 75 and hazy. Oh, did I miss Coro? Yes, I did. Good morning, Coro. Happy Friday to you. Hope you're doing well this morning. Let's see. Hi, the other Jay. Matt says, grab him by the throat and say, I own you. Oh, I like that. Sea goats. Yep. Sea goats, Nano. Oh my goodness. They got an exoskeleton. Yes. But I wasn't sure if they can like hit each other hard enough to do any damage or they're just like bump, bump, scoot. Goodbye. You won. I'll try for another lady. Ian says, now you got to sacrifice one freshwater tank for a salt sea. That's like asking me to pick which child has to go down. I can't. No. Ian! Oh my goodness. Like, I feel like if you're going to start off in salt water, you should start off at least a 40. And I literally have nowhere to put a 40 right now. The only way I can like acquire a 40 is if I can, because we're going to move along the Borlei cichlids that we have, the group, which we have the adult group and like juveniles. So we have about 40 total. and they're occupying the 75 right now. So I want to rehome those guys and move my axolotl adult colony down to the 75 and take over the 40. And if I did that, then I could maybe do saltwater. Maybe. But first, I'd have to rehome some cichlids. Some chicklets. Let's see. Juanita says, that is what I was thinking about, the head bumping goats. Dude, the head bumped a lot too. I know, and sometimes like you have to put the little pool noodles on them to protect themselves, like each other and yourself. I can't wait for pool noodle phase, honestly. I told Brian, like, I'm so excited about that when they're just running around little pool noodles on their head. Love it. I'm going to love it so much. Excuse me, guys. Let's see. Cora says, Foxy, you know those little sling seats they use on sailboats and stuff with the pulleys to navigate up and down and sideways? There's always room. I've often talked about ceiling tanks, and Brian is quite creative. He's even built wooden balances over the windows that can also hold fish tanks. Just right now, we're not utilizing those. They can hold 2 10-gallons over each window because right now it's filled with fish food. But eventually, we will reorganize to have a little bit more room in here. But I don't want to squeeze too much more in here. I want to pack out that building more. So the next steps will be start doing the building. Maybe the building will start being like in the process by next barbecue. That'll be 2 years away. Wendy, seahorses are into that. I'm not saying that on the mornings. I'm not saying that. Oh no, don't Google that, Benji. No. Don't ever Google anything Wendy says. You'll get a virus. Oh my goodness. Nana says couches are overrated, Foxy. That's just space for more tanks. Honestly, until last November, we didn't have living room furniture. And then Kelly was coming to visit, so we got some. And we have seriously tiny couch. We have a tiny couch and a tiny chair, and it's surrounded. Everything else is fish tanks in that room. There's fish tanks around the furniture, and yeah, we only have those things. There's nothing in there else. How many fish tanks can one I-beam hold? I want to do a floor tank. Like if we can sink a pond into the floor, that'd be really cool. But eventually we're going to redo the front porch thingy and make it into a 3-season room. And Brian was talking about putting a fireplace out there. And if he did that, then I can have my outdoor tub pond like in that room all the time. And that'd be so exciting. It'd be so very fun. Jenna says, Benji, I don't know what Wendy can define that term on a morning show for you, right? Oh my goodness. And Scotty says, gotta go already. Contractors 30 minutes early. Well, better early than late. Better than early than late. And I know that's annoying to you, but they're doing their job. At least they're not getting in trouble. But oh my goodness, we already had the halfway hour mark. So you guys, with that, I'm going to go ahead and play the member video. As of last night, with the gifted memberships on Hot Mess Express, we are at 107 members to the channel. Oh my goodness, that is crazy. You guys are amazingly generous. Thank you so very much for all of your support to the channel, for supporting my crazy imagination. Just thank you so very much for all of your love and support, guys. And with that, are you here, Greg? Are you? Do you got your tiger balm on? Here we go. Thank you, guys. 107 members. That's bananas, guys. Thank you so very much for all of your support. Truly, truly, truly appreciate it. Thank you so very much. And when I went to the song, people are saying, Homer saying it's more of a stress that they're a bit sensitive to stress for these salts. And Coro saying, Ian started with a 10-gallon. I started with a 2-gallon. Salt water doesn't have to be big, but what if you want it big? Like you said, 10 to 20 is a perfect starter size, Ian, for a saltwater tank for anyone that's confident in freshwater tanks. It's not much different at that size. But I did see where it says it's just finding the right stock for small tanks. So that's why I was thinking a 40-gallon would be a good one to start with. That way I wouldn't have to struggle so much with finding small critters to keep happy, because I'm not, as right now, I'm not looking to get into the coral side of things. I might further down the road, but I just, my mermaid heart needs some seahorses. Yeah, I get that. The bigger you go, the more you need to do. It can get overwhelming if you're not comfortable with salt water yet. I get that. Luckily, Brian has kept salt water for many, many years. He hasn't in a while. The last thing he kept was a nice colony of seahorses, and when his kids were little, someone threw a packet of baby wipes into the tank and killed them all. So he retired from saltwater after that. He took a break. So I'm hoping that one day he will help me out when it comes to that, because he already knows what he's doing with it. And I've been watching you, Ian, for a long time. So you're the one that's built some confidence up in me to even try saltwater. So thank you for that, Ian. And eventually I will. And I know it's a cop, but I keep brine shrimp successfully. They hatch like 95% success rate every 16 to 18 hours. I'm doing really good with those guys. I know it's not the same though, but Elfish Tanks, good morning. Happy Friday to you. Hope you're doing well this morning. Whips World, party time. Excellent. Hi, beautiful people. Let's get tight. Well, good morning to you. Happy Friday. Thank you for joining us. This stream will be auto-directing right over to you after here. So you guys definitely go over and wish Whip a good morning. Whip, do you have anyone on with you this morning? Rico or Ed or anybody? Dee Dee says, if I ever win one of those like tanks TGOE has, sending it to her for Salty Project. Oh, the little tiny, oh my goodness. I have wanted one of those little tiny tanks forever, but I will not buy one. But oh my goodness, I want one of those tanks so bad. So bad. One day, if I'm lucky enough, I will win one. Melvin says, I have to switch up Roxanne to throw off the trolls and haters, but they always find me. They are obsessed with me changing up on them. They hate it, and then they can't control me. And so is it a different channel every time, or you just changing your name, same channel? It's Al. You do exist. Good morning, Al. Happy Friday. It's been a while since I've seen you. I hope you're doing well. It's been a while. I was actually thinking about you when I was filling out the member list, and I was like, I don't think I've seen Al in chat for a while. I better check on him, make sure the doc didn't take him away. Oh my goodness. But it's good to see you in here this morning, Al. Hope you and yours are doing well. Homer says, the only thing about seahorses, they are messy and a bit sensitive. I feed mine 4 to 5 times a day, frozen foods. Okay. Well, I deal with a lot of axolotls, and they are also very messy, and they require a lot of maintenance and sometimes hand feeding if they're the finicky ones. Those 2 tanks right there are filled with axolotls. I have tanks down here filled with axolotls. I have a big tank in the other room filled with axolotls. They require a lot of maintenance, daily water changes, poop removals, feedings. You have to watch them when they eat, in case like the little babies get too close and accidentally bite another. When they're going to suck in the food, they'll accidentally bite a sibling. So sometimes you have to separate them that way. So yeah, they can be a lot of work. So I've I've sacrificed a lot for these babies, and I think I can do the same for seahorses. I'm willing to try. I'm willing to try. Goodness. Oh, only Oscars. Good morning, Auntie June. Happy Friday to you. Thank you for joining us. Vinoski Vishkoto. I have to say, like, I say that and I hear Eric finishing it in my head. You already know. Good morning. Happy Friday to you. Hope you're doing well this morning. Dick Sciences says, remember, tag that thumbs up. It's all, thank you. It's free. I greatly appreciate that. Mork and Mindy. Oh, I loved Mork and Mindy. Oh my goodness. And like oh my goodness. What was that TV show? That channel where you used to, like at night, it would be like all the old TV land. That's what I used to watch Mork and Mindy on. I loved it. I loved that show. June says first tank was 100 gallons. That's fancying your nails. My first tank was okay. So when my parents kept fish growing up. They always had some kind of tank going on. But for the longest time, they had a hexagon tank, like a 27-gallon hexagon tank, and they always had different kinds of fish in there. And that was their tank. Like I always said, we had fish, but my mom cared for them. So I really didn't become a fish keeper until I moved out on my own. And it was on accident. And I used to like to go for nature walks and collect mosses and stuff like that and make terrariums for places that I've gone for walks on, or bodies of water. I'd make what I call ecospheres, but that's only if they're round, but self-contained liquid environments. And I would collect plants and water and substrate for that. And the first time this ever happened was like 3 years into doing this. I was looking at one of my water jars that I collected, and I saw that there was a snail in there, and I didn't know about the snails then. I didn't. So I researched what kind of snail it could have been, and it was a pond snail. And I felt really, 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 really bad about this pond snail because it was not an environment that she would have been successful in. And I didn't want her to perish in there. So I researched how to take care of her, and I got a 29-gallon was my first tank. And I put sand. I did the fatherfish substrate method, just put my own version, like the dirt and the sand, and not his mix, just the Wallstead inspired method with plants. And this one snail in a 29-gallon. She laid eggs everywhere, and she had tons and tons and tons of babies. But my aquarium hobby this go round started with this single pond snail that I could not let down. I could not let her down. And she made me lots of babies. And from there I got into mystery snails, and then I got fishies after that. So the snail, an accidental snail started it for me. And I think that jar was maybe 2.5 cups. So that was my first take, I guess. Wendy says, in the old days, I had a very large saltwater aquarium. It's now been renamed to the Mediterranean Sea. Are you Poseidon? Whip says 49 is a great starter. Good morning, sweetie. I'm not Swedish. Wait. I might have some in me. I'm not sure. Oh, goodness. My only saltwater tank was a 45-gallon, June says. Akoro says, what about macroalgae, though? I'm sure I will get into it. I just don't know a lot about it right now. And Whip says, the opposite is true as well. The smaller tank you go, the harder it is to maintain stable water parameters. Yes, unless you're on it constantly, like OCD about it. We have a lot of 5-gallon and 10-gallon tanks, and if you have to know how to balance them just right, or they can be thrown off really quick. Like we're really good at overstocking our little tanks because a lot of them are grout tanks with babies in them. So if you don't keep up the maintenance on them, always removing the food, changing the water, keeping it clean, you're going to have an explosion. There's not enough bacteria to keep up after babies, so you have to help keep up after them as well. So I get it. The bigger the space, the easier it is to keep, and that's because your water has a better way of cycling itself in a larger volume than it does in a smaller volume, especially if the beneficial bacteria is there. Coral says, coral is cool and all, but you have to feed them and stuff. Yeah, you got to feed everything. June says, 5 years with only an HOB, with only a hang up at wow. Can you do LRB style saltwater tanks? Like, is that possible? Like, no filtration? Is that possible? Dean says, gotta go. Have a blessed day, everyone. You have a blessed day too. And thank you for joining us. Have a fantastic weekend, Dean. And see you Thursday, hopefully. Dick Stein says, many of my fish friends in Cali had big salty tanks, and it scared me forever. Like the upkeep of them. Homer says, macroalgae does great in my tanks. Thanks to the seahorse fertilizer. Ooh, nice. Are they extra poopy? Oh, do they poop like fish? Like, do their poop have a casing on them as well? Because not everybody does. I'm only curious about that because axolotls do not have a casing on their poop like fish do because they're amphibians, so they poop like humans, and then they immediately like to step in it. Immediately, so it's into the water column. Whip says Ed should be there, and Rico's a soft maybe. Okay. And then June says she buys their tanks when they get tired. You look at you. That's a good idea. That's why you have so many big tanks. All right. Ian says that link is a cool salty guy doing fun nano tanks. So thank you for that link. I'll definitely check that out after the stream when I'm watching the replay. 3G, you missed the song. You'll have to go back and jiggle your wiggle to it. But happy Friday. Thank you for joining us. I hope you're doing well this morning. You says Whip, Rico may be soft, but it's in a good spot. She could not let that one go. Whip says Susie Q is getting 17 adult axolotls. Nice. That is awesome. That is awesome. The last set of axolotls I had, last year I had shot 157. This come spring we had 13 adult axolotls up because they're already spawning. So at that point they are considered adults, although they were only a year old, they're already spawning. And we sold them all to one person bought all those adult axolotls. And when I last talked to him, he said they were doing good, and he's going to be breeding those guys out as well. Diversifying his genes with his axolotl. So yeah, if you're an axolotl farmer, you got to diversify those genes, and sometimes you got to bring in a big load of wattles. I am currently looking for a super GFP copper female. I would love for Duke to have a lady friend that is a super GFP copper female. I think his genes combined with her genes would make beautiful, beautiful offspring. Let's see, who else do we miss in your TV land? Thank you, Dee Dee. Yes, I'm a little bit behind. Eddie says, I was always catching bodies of water since I was 13. Such an exciting percentage. Bodies have 72% of water, and I would drain them all. Oh my goodness. You are too silly. What calls it like see? Is that link? Is we're gonna leave that one down. Right? She said I didn't know who to watch. Whips Redface or Rico and his Oh, you should have seen Pep's reaction. Oh goodness. When he says I'm a total nutcase, my antique tank was my first tank. I've disposed of a lot of tanks, but always hung onto the wool. That was a special one, so I would have too. Dee says best hugs. Rest. Oh my goodness. Homer says no filtration means a lot of water change, but you can try to do a macroalgae. They poop big turns. I had a feeling those little guys would make something massive. Web says I was supposed to be 40, not 49. I swear my thumbs save me. Big thumbs, tiny keyboard. And Jets, good morning. Happy Friday to you. Hope you and your family are doing well this morning. How is the fundraiser going? I believe the GoFundMe is still. It should still be going correctly. Correct. You guys so very close to your goal, I hope. Last I saw, I believe we're at 1350 out of 3,000, which is amazing. Thank you all to help. Thank you all to that. Thank you to everyone that helped with Dad's grandson Romy's GoFundMe fundraiser and the Aquarium Daily's 24-hour sacrificial bingo that he did. Oh, he was so pooped at the end of that, but it was so much fun. And everyone that helped with that, thank you so much. And the fundraisers that you guys did, the fundraiser you did, and you also did the auctions for items that you guys had as well. So thank you all for that, participated in that, and helped raise some funds for the foundation that helps support Romy and all the children like him. So thank you guys so very much. That doesn't just help Romy, that helps all the children in his area. So, oh my goodness, that's just a beneficial gift. Michael, Long Family Shoal, good morning. Happy Friday to you. Hope you're doing well. You guys have any fishy plans for this weekend? I think we're just going to be water changing. And I think Brian's going to be working on the racks. Brian is also Peplin. I know a lot of you are confused. I do not have two boyfriends. Peplin is also named Brian. And actually, he's not my boyfriend now. He's my fiancé. Or like he likes to say, my fancy. He's my fancy. Ian says, technically not LRB style, but no filter style on a reef is different. The only filter is you live rock and a couple power heads for water circulation. This is an older way, but trusted method for some. Interesting. Thank you for that. I'm definitely going to be talking to you and Homer more about that when it comes time, but it's still going to be a long way down the road. Live rock is key to any saltwater tank. Yes, Brian was telling me about that. He says that's a very big part of it. And Deb says, yes, it's still going. And thank you for all the support. Oh my goodness, you don't even need to thank us for that. Anything we can do to help children, whether we can donate or we can spread the word by sharing up the link so others can hear about it and possibly donate. That is the best gift, just to be able to give back to children, you know. But we have about 5 more minutes until we head on over to Whips this morning. I am honestly really missing Aquarium Daily as well. I know he's on break until at least the 15th. I am jonesing for some bingo, man. Zenny, if you're listening, I know you are too. JT says hot dogs. But yes, so to recap, I want to remind you guys, if you're in the area or if you'd like to come to the area for August 3rd for the Wisconsin Fish and Barbecue, the cutoff for the form to fill out is July 13th, tomorrow. You can find that link to the form in the description of this live stream. Please fill that out by tomorrow. Fill it up to midnight. I'll shut it off the day after that. So that'll be August 3rd. And we'll be opening up the compound. You guys can explore see all the fish tanks, hang out with like-minded people from the area. We'll have the native pond out as well. You can see the workings that we have going on for the koi pond. We'll also going to be doing some demonstrations that you guys asked for us to do as well. And then just enjoying some food on the grill. And I haven't figured out where I'm getting my birthday cake from yet, but I'm going to see if I can make it something fancy. So very excited about that. If you guys can make that, definitely fill out the link before midnight tomorrow night. I'd greatly appreciate that. Keith of KJE Aquatics. Go check out his website, see what else he's got left available on his website. Help clear out what he's got left available. I know he still has a butt ton of botanicals, and they are fantastic. So go check them out. I'll support a fellow fish fam. Head on over to the website, hashtag hug, because that's hilarious. And I want to say, you guys, just thank you so very much for helping me wake up this morning on the right side of Foxy. On Foxie A.M. Thank you so very much for being here with me. Thank you all for all of your support. Greatly appreciate it, mods. Thank you for the links that you've dropped in chat. Keeping peace. You guys go forth. Call your loved ones. Let you know you're thinking of them. If you're lucky enough to have them close, you give them a big, 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 big hug and a big, big kiss, because tomorrow is never promised, but today is a gift, a present. Go forth and use it to spread a little love. You hear me, Coro? I'm guilting you. It's on your conscience. There's someone out there you gotta call. Just do it. Just do it. You might feel better afterwards. And while you're at it, guys, spread a little kindness, because it never hurts to be kind. And the world can use a lot of kindness. And it can all start with you. So we'll head on over to website, hashtag hugs. You guys have a fantastic weekend. We'll see you next Thursday for the third installment of Fishmas in July. And until then, you guys just have a whirl of a day. Kiss your fishies. Love you all. Mwah.